Good morning, comic book fans. Welcome back to Ka-Pow Comics. I'm your ever-loving host, Shorty, and I've got some kind of good news for you. I have had the first of my vaccinations. This is a good thing. Yay! For anyone who's not had it yet and thinking what is going to happen, well, it's just like any injection when it first happens, and for the first few hours, all that really side effect I had was my arm was a bit sore. Yesterday, it felt like I'd been ill for several days and every bit of my body ached. Woke up this morning and my arm was a bit sore. So if you're worried about side effects, at least take it from someone who's had it. It could be a lot worse. Hopefully yours will be as easygoing as mine. Other good bit of news, lockdown restrictions are easing next week for everywhere, really. And that kind of means that from next Tuesday, when we open up, the sign outside where it says no more than X number of customers at a time, I'll be tearing that down and putting this on saying, please maintain social distancing wherever appropriate or wherever possible. Still going to want people wearing masks in store because, to be honest, just because I've got like one of the vaccines, there's a whole bunch of people who haven't got any yet, and a whole bunch of people who can't get it. So we're still going to try and do our best to make sure as many people as possible live. Because let's face it, doing otherwise is a bit of a dick move. But that's not the entire reason why you're here today. Mostly, I imagine you're here because you want to know what cool new stuff's out this week. And us being a comic book store and has a delivery of things, probably should be best if we get on with that. Shall we? Let's. So, quite a lot of stuff today, so I'm going to just get through as quick as I can. First off, and this is kind of another one, I forgot I'm ordering this one. Solo leveling is one of those things that people have been telling me was cool, and I was like, oh, it sounds interesting. And this is Yen Press. But unusually for Yen Press, it opens and reads in a far more European, American, left to right kind of style. Not entirely sure what the big difference there is, but, you know, if people are going to give a manga a try, it looks cool. Also in today, Voice of the Fire from the one and only Alan Moore. 2 copies of this in, one of which has already been reserved. I did only order 2. Basically, yes, Alan Moore is famous for being a comic book writer, nobody can deny that, but his stuff published by Knockabout always has options to go to bookstores before comic book stores and the like. Plus, unlike so much stuff we sell here, you can just go to Waterstones or the Smiths or anywhere else and buy this. If you want the other copy, shout out. I know one of my regulars absolutely loves Alan Moore, has actually managed to get hold of one of the limited signed copies of it. So that leaves one left spare. Also this week, a couple of these are back orders, just because we've been getting people asking for it. Jujutsu Kaisen, volumes 7 and 8. I think 8 might be one more recent, is the more recent one. Dragon Ball Super, volume 12, which is the latest one of those. And Ruby, the official Ruby volume 2. Not the Ruby Justice League thing, which is also available. So yeah, a bunch of manga there for anyone who wants it. I'm going to move this manga out of the way. And I'm back. This next one has been ordered for somebody. This is the kind of thing, by the way, which we can get in if people... Just try to lift it up with one hand, and usually that would not bother me at all. But this is the shoulder that got the injection, and it still hurts quite a little bit, and it's still quite swollen. So let's do it two-handed. It's really not that heavy a thing, honestly. It is just because I'm not great. The Fables Omnibus, Volume 2, I think this is. Compendium 2, should I say. It's kind of thing we're going to have to post it out. So this is going to set the guy back a lot further a change. But we don't order this kind of stuff for the shelf. They are simply too big. But if you see something like that and think, oh, I won't mind getting hands on that one, we can order it for you. Easy on pick up now. Fantastic Four, Volume 7, the Dan Slott versions. The final, I think it's the final, Action Comics collection by Brian Michael Bendis. The most current of the Flash ones, the Flash Age. I'll do better to destroy you. I'll kill everyone you love. Yeah, okay. Probably not going to do either. Right, this next one isn't a graphic novel. We didn't get anyone ask for these until like a few days ago. Well, a week or so ago now, I suppose. So we ordered them in. The reason we don't get stuff like this is it costs us £10 to get a bunch of these things that we then give away for free. Anyone who's down for any of the X-Men comic books, or if some other people have specifically asked for it, will get one of these put in, and they are absolutely free. We're not going to charge anyone for them. Even if you get them posted out, the worst thing you're going to do is maybe put an extra little bit of weight into it, because it is still reasonably like a comic book size thing. Probably closer to 18 pages rather than 24, but we're not asking for any money for these. The rest of them will be in store on a first-come, first-served basis. But if you are down for any of the X-Men comic books, or you've asked for this in advance, you will get one. This next one is in much delayed order. Not going to say whose fault that is that it didn't turn up. mine. And this one actually was supposed to be out last week. I totally forgot about it. I read the issue 1 thing that is a free comic book day. I actually did a review of it, of a free comic book day title, the ones that we should be able to give away at the end of this month. Brandon Sanderson's Dark One. It's apart from that like first free comic book day thing that came out, the rest of it is just collected in this huge volume. Nice big chunky hardback. I think it is like 20 odd quid, $22.99 in fact. But for what you're getting as a nice big hardback with effectively really cool artwork and very good storytelling as well, I'd say it's absolutely worth it. You also do get this week Year 1 volume, so Year 0 volume 2, which has been AWA's like really big leap out kind of things. Give that one a look. And How to Draw Manga Women. Beginner's guide. We actually do quite well on the Let's Draw Manga things, so if you're into that kind of thing, why not come and give it a shot? Right, I'm gonna have to move these things around because we've now got onto the action figure portion of today's event, and that's quite a decent size event. Sit down there. Right, action figures. Let's start with Higher Toys. I'm actually kind of cool because I've literally just rewatched Predators fairly recently, and I've forgotten it is actually quite a cool movie. It's not perfect or anything, but I enjoy it. That is Crucified Predator. And the other one, I've got 2 of this because I just like the design of it. Invisible Berserker, including the skull on the end of a spinal cord there, which is also weirdly invisible. I think they're on that £20, maybe 20 change. So they're pretty good value for money, and they do look very cool. I think one with both of these might actually also be a previous exclusive. So it's the kind of thing you will only see in comic book stores. You won't get them in other toy shops and the like. So if you are a fan of Predator or Predators, give me a shout. Next up, we have some kind of good news, bad news situation. One of our regular customers, who's a big Star Wars fan, he ordered, which one's this one? Crosshair, which has arrived. And then he ordered, well, not this. This is not what he ordered. This is not what he wanted at all. What he wanted was a different character in this set. Now, you can probably tell this is not a different character in the same set. The Force Unleashed Shadow Stormtrooper, apparently. I certainly didn't order this one, but Diamond UK, you sent it by mistake. You're not having it back. This one has been ordered for him. He's going to have it. That's absolutely fine. Hopefully, the replacement for this will arrive next week. It's still listed in stock and available. Other bit of a kind of good news situation. For the same person, he ordered a copy of Moira McTaggart, which is, kind of a cool figure. It's got the Builder figure thing in there as well. And even though we're not missing anything else, they've sent us an extra. So we have one for sale to the general public as well. Let's shift those out of the way. And then, none of these are ordered. I got them in because they look cool. Even though the movie's not out yet, I wanted some of the Shang-Chi stuff. I do like the Mr. Hyde Builder figure. You get a lot going on there. I'm going to do my best to pronounce these. I apologize if I'm getting it wrong. Xiling, I believe. I've not read these comic books, obviously not seen the movie yet, so who knows how important these things are. Death Dealer, which just looks like a mook, I don't know. In fact, he hasn't got like a substantial personal name. But then obviously the more important one, Shang-Chi himself. And this one, which is from the same set, you can tell because of the Builder figure in there, but it's one of the Gameverse Contest of Champions Civil Warrior. Which, I mean, I should have figured this isn't a character from Shang-Chi when I ordered them. Should have made that connection. But instead I said, oh, Shang-Chi, cool. I wonder how he's going to play a part. Not my best moment, if I'm completely honest. Right, but that is all the action figures and associated products and the like. Now we get on to comic books, so yay. American Vampire 1976, which apparently is almost finished now. Do you like that cover? Batman time. First off, we've got the Batman the Detective. Regular. And a very cool variant there. Do like the look of that one. Next up, the Batman and the Scooby-Doo Mysteries. Just a one copy of that for the person who's got it on order. Batman Urban Legends, cover A and cover C, which is a weird. Blackwood is the only character from the game who never got a figure. Yeah, I actually remember that being an odd choice. But then we've still got the Black Widow moving action figures in, even though that movie's not out yet. We've had those for a year now. So yeah, cover C, we have got cover B on the way. Unfortunately, some people added that on quite late. So if you don't get yours this week, all I can really do is apologize for that one. It's some people added it on like tail end of last week, and it's just a bit too late to get it processed. Black Cat, the first of what will be a substantial amount of Spider-Person comic books this week. Black Cotton next. I think we still got a copy of issue 1 of that one, and it was very, very cool, very popular comic book. It was getting very well reviewed, so give it a shot. And if you want to get issue 1, we've still got it. Black Hammer Visions for Jeff. Oh, I was going to say this is actually for a Jeff Lemire fan, but Mariko Tamaki instead for that one because it's one of the Visions. The regular ongoing Buffy the Vampire Slayer issue 25. We've had a message about this one earlier on today, or maybe last night, I can't remember. Children of the Atom issue 3. Apparently, if you've been reading the Marvel comic books, specifically the X-Men ones, they have checklists in the back telling you what's coming out in what order, and this one's supposed to be out, but I just checked, and according to Previews World and Diamond UK and everything like that, it is only supposed to be out today, so apologies if people have been waiting for that one. Conan the Barbarian. So weirdly, that looks like it should be a wraparound cover. I've just checked in the back and there's nothing there. Just the way that action's framed there looks kind of unusual. Next up, Doctor Who Missy, or Doctor Who comic Missy. I do like the way they've got her facial expression there. It looks weirdly evil. It's fun. For Sandman fans, I've got Dreaming, The Waking Hours. I should really give that one a go. I thoroughly enjoyed the first volume of it, but there was so many other stuff coming out at the time that I couldn't carry on reading all of them. The Bride of Doom, Part 1, from Fantastic Four. I have no idea what's going on in that storyline. I'm going to be completely honest. Kind of surprised that I've not got any orders for this one, but I'm hoping somebody will say, yes, that looks cool. It is Festival Heroes Asian Superhero Celebration. And there's a few on there that I actually recognise what I'm reading about. Probably first and foremost, the Batgirl. Weirdly, I actually used to have the very first appearance of that character when I was reading an awful lot of Batman comic books back in the day. But I also spent quite a bit of time out of work and sold my entire collection of them, probably for a lot less than I can get now. Firefly spin-off, brand new verse, issue 3. The latest of the Future State, and I think it's the only one that's going to be the ongoing one. Future State Gotham with Red Hood there, and we do have a cover B, which is just brilliant. Really should look into who did that one. It looks absolutely amazing. I'm not sure if anyone's actually down for it, but yeah, if you're down for the regular and not the variant and want one, just give me a shout because that looks brilliant. I totally missed out on reading issue 1 of this one because some of all the cool stuff was out. We have Geiger issue 2. I don't think we have any spares of that one, so if you missed out on it, you are just out of luck. Giant-sized Amazing Spider-Man King's Ransom. This is one of those situations where, because of the size of it, we haven't ordered it for everyone who's down for a regular Amazing Spider-Man because it's a $6 comic book instead of $4. So we've only got it for the people who specifically asked for it. If it turns out that this is like a vital part of the story and you're really going to need it, get in contact soon. I'll see about getting some backups, but it's always a risk of, like, if we ordered one of those for every single person who's down for it and only half of them take it, that leaves us with a whole bunch of stuff just left on the shelf. They are milking Spencer Spike. Yes, they are. They also have, like, whatever excuse they can get for doing a supersized, overpriced one as well. Like, I think once they had it as, like, issue 25 in the current ongoing series is an overpriced one, and then the next issue was a Legacy 800, was also overpriced. They are really doing what they can to make money out of that one. But slightly more easygoing on this one, Guardians of the Galaxy by Al Ewing. And then one of the Vault comics I'm quite enjoying, Heavy. It's very much not for kids, but quite a lot of fun regardless. Now we're on to the Heroes Reborn portion of the morning. It's still not turned out like loads and loads and loads of them. Unlike previous events, I have actually really been keeping my orders down recently. I think the last, like King in Black, I ordered some extras of Valkyries because I thought there's somebody who might want them, never specifically asked for them. Turns out they did. That was cool. And then some of the Planet of the Symbiotes and stuff like that. We still ended up with a few more than I wanted left over. But this time, because we have our League of Comics page, people can specifically tell us which exact ones they wanted to spin off, including it's only the regular Heroes Reborn issue 2, but somebody specified they wanted to cover as well. And of the other ones, there is Hyperion and the Imperial Guard, which I think I only have 2 copies of that one, and then Peter Parker, the Amazing Shutterbug. I do like the look of that one. I might give that a read later on. I have no idea what Heroes Reborn is. You and me both, sister. And I own a comic book store. I do know it's like some weird thing where they give people different powers and stuff like that, but like why and the reason behind it all, I have no idea. House of Lost Horizons from the world of Hellboy. I thought this was Mignola when I first placed the order. It isn't. It is Chris Robertson and Leila Dedusha, maybe. I'm fairly sure that's only going to go to the Hellboy fans, but if you want one, give me a shout. The latest, still one of the best horror comics I'm reading, Ice Cream Man. Right, I'm going to move this box round so I can get to the second box. And I'm back. Yes, I know. There's probably like an easy way of me doing this. I've got it all in one place. I don't have to keep disappearing. But I've only got a limited amount of space behind this counter. I do my best. Okay, onwards. One that I've been thoroughly enjoying, Joker. Don't mind admitting that because I really like the Punchline special thing they did a while ago. That was one of the reasons why I put it in. But also, James Tynion IV can do surprisingly good horror, and he's writing this as such. This next one, I am definitely going to give it a read. Chip Zdarsky doing Justice League. No idea what to expect of that one. I've not read anything about it, but his name on it at least makes me want to pay attention. Second issue of Magic, brackets Magic the Gathering. Maniac of New York issue 4. Missed out on reading this one when it first dropped. I really should get a look into it. Marvel Action now. This one just been Spider-Man. Another one I've missed out on issue 1. Project Patron. Aftershock could do interesting things, but I cannot keep up with all of them. One for me again now. Proctor Valley Road. Absolutely brilliant bit of Grant Morrison writing. Resistance Uprising issue 2. Another excellent one from AWA. Rorschach, which I've not been getting, but I've been thoroughly enjoying reading. I'm hoping that this issue is not going to be quite so up its own bottom as the last one, but we'll see how it goes. Speaking of Aftershock, Scouts on, I've been getting very, very good reviews. I'm kind of disappointed only one person's getting that, if I'm honest. Sea of Sorrow issue 5. We're supposed to have 2 copies of this one. We only got sent 1. This is not like a shortage as in we were charged for 2. We were only charged for 1. It basically means there were not enough sent to the UK, which is always a pain in the neck. I'm really sorry about that. From Tom Taylor, 7 Secrets. Excellent bit of kung fu action there. Carrying on our Spider-Man thing. One of these other characters from the world, Silk. Silver Coin issue 2. We might be one shy of this one. I think I'm supposed to have 6 and I only got 5. We'll see what we can do there though. Sonic the Hedgehog. More Spider-Man stuff. Spider-Man, Spider's Shadow. Really enjoyed issue 1 of this one. Again, Chip Zdarsky though. He's got a knack, what can I say? And again with the Spider Universe, Spider Woman. I think that's a more classic looking costume. Okay, recently I read my first ever Star Wars comic book, and it was the alpha. Okay, the alpha of this story. This is the prelude of this. The story hasn't even started yet, and we're on to the second really issue of it. War of the Bounty Hunters. Slightly less involved and weird numbering, just Star Wars High Republic. Superman, which is going to be going through some quite major changes coming up, so pay attention to that if you're a Superman fan. Issue 1 of a new Image comic one, Time Before Time, by Declan Shalvey and McConville. This one I've ordered just to see kind of what it's like. We do get asked quite often for comic books that are more suitable for children, so there is a script imprint of Scout, Unicorn. I have flicked through it, and I do like the style of it. It does look interesting. I might give it a read later on, but it's always a risk when people say, "Oh yeah, what have you got that's good for kids?" I think what they mainly mean is they want to be able to read Batman with their child. Going for a brand new IP may be risky, but let's see how it goes. Vampirella versus Purgatoria, issue 3. Wonder Woman by Clunan. I do like that cover. A lot of action going on there. New X-Men comic book, X-Corp. I've seen some reading somewhere that this is going to be like an instrumental issue in some other stuff that's going on down the line. And X Factor, another excellent cover there. Do love the bold colouring in that. And then finally, Damien Conley. Oh, God, it really hurts to have my shoulder up that high all the time. You Promised Me Darkness, issue 2. Issue 1 was a delightfully glorious mess. I'm going to read issue 2. can't say I'm like super like buzzed, but they did so many things in issue 1. I just want to see what's happening next. Okay, I think that's everything you need to know from me. I will come on later on and do a review. There's a few things in there that I might check out. I think maybe time after time, but who knows? I'll flick through and see if anything jumps out on me. For people who might be our regular shoppers, we know we're putting an event up that we're going to do like last year's free comic book day at the end of this month. We will be able to let a lot more people in the store at the same time. We don't necessarily have 100% of the things we had, so because a lot of them did get claimed fairly quickly, but anything we have left will still be available to come and collect. And then later on in the year, the end of summer, there will be the official 2021 free comic book day. Other than that, just look after yourself, stay safe, and when you go to the pub next week, don't be a dick.